What's Rock's timeline?
Yeah, so JT, he made us aware, a few weeks back, his possible intention of wanting to reclassify. I really think it came from a spot, he was playing in some of these camps and national tournaments and doing well, and now all of a sudden prep schools and things are starting to reach out. And so as he evaluated the future for himself and what options were out there, he started thinking about prep school, and then he looked at, well, what about the possibility of coming in a year early and using that, year to really develop as well? So he's got academics to finish up here over the next, the upcoming weeks, and then our hope is that he's to join us right away to start the fall when we return, whatever that is, at the end of August.
If he would have gone on to prep school, could you have possibly been at risk?
I don't think so. His family, they're very loyal people and trusting people, and it's a relationship that we've built, over the last few years. He certainly had a lot of really good options the first time and decided to come here. So I don't fear at all that would have happened. I just think you're really weighing, if you're him, is the value playing in all those games that you would play at a prep school, or is the value being here, working with our strength and conditioning folks and being in our practice every day in nutrition, and feel like JT felt like being here was going to help him more than that prep school would.
Will he be ready to go in time to go to Bahamas?
No, he's not going to come until end of August. Okay. So that's when he'll first arrive on campus.
What's the mutual benefit, for him and for you having him here early?
Yeah, having him here early, gives him a chance to, to play against the speed, the quickness, the athleticism. It allows his body to get familiar with what the daily process is here. It's if you're to go to prep school, you'd have to learn one way of doing things there and then come here and learn a new way. And this way, it puts him right in our program and how we do things sooner. The hope is that it will allow him to be more ready to play winning basketball sooner. And, and again, we support that thought process, feel like there's a lot of merit to it. And so excited to be able to get him here. And then, we really, haven't got too far ahead of well, what does that mean for next year's class and that sort of thing. Sure. At the end of the day, we're looking for guys who are great kids, who are good basketball players, who want to be Cyclones, and we really keep it that simple. So we'll evaluate anything else past that as we move forward, but it's not really something that's come into play yet.
How's Omaha fitting in?
Yeah, he's such a competitor, such a high character, effort guy. So it's definitely elevated the overall competitive spirit at practice. Certainly you bring someone in, that competes like he does every possession, and things take a step forward. Yet at the same time, when you're coming in, we've had guys that have been here for a month, and so they've been doing things every single day. And then, for him, when you get integrated, you still have to, kind of get caught up with how we're rotating defensively and those things. But he's done a great job. He's been a good listener, and like I said, he wants to do the right thing, and he's competitive. So I believe that he'll keep, making that climb as he moves forward.
How has Milan adjusted to the college game so far, and what's really impressed you about his progression so far?
Yeah, Milan is somebody that, his skill level is so high offensively. His ability to dribble, pass, and shoot, make the right play. At his size, at 6'8", 6'9", with his ability to shoot the basketball, it's certainly a weapon that you have to respect. The space on the court, he's able to stand 5 to 8 feet behind the line, and you have to make sure that you get out there, which just opens the floor up a little more. And then, defensively, I've been positively encouraged because, he understands and he picks things up quickly. That allows him to be effective on that side as well. So been happy with what he's done these first 5-6 weeks we've been at it. And, like all the guys, like we talked about with Omaha and Milan, it's about one day at a time, 1 foot in front of the other, and then just keep hitting repeat. That's the best way for you to continue to improve and play better in our program.
Since we talked to you a couple weeks ago, what have workouts kind of looked like? What are you guys covering
Yeah, I mean, for us, everything's going to start and end with our defensive intensity, pressure in the basketball. So that's certainly a cornerstone. Everything we do, rebounding is something that we value at a really high level, and then offensively, just trying to learn everybody's strengths and how to put that puzzle together the best, because there are a lot of new guys and guys getting familiar with each other's games and what their strengths are. So for us, we work hard to create a competitive environment that's game realistic, which allows us to see and learn those things hopefully sooner that way, because you see where they struggle, where things get exposed, and then where they play to their greatest strengths. So I'd say from the offensive side, that's more where our head's at.
When speaking on the offensive side, how do some of these newcomers change the dynamic for you guys?
Well, I mean, like every year, for us, we're going to come in, and I think there's going to be certain things that you see year after year after year with a consistency. Then there's going to be things like guys' offensive skill set that we try to mold our offense to fit their strengths and then piece it together as a group. So, I would say, like, certainly there's multiple ball handlers out there is something that's been helpful. Guys, with Taman, and then having guys like Keyshawn and Jackson who can also, handle the ball, initiate the break, make plays off the dribble has been great. Guys that are elite three-point shooters as well, Jones and Momcilovic, their ability to shoot the basketball opens the court up more. And then we've really seen, I think TK's taken a big step forward offensively and just imposing his will physically. Hassan's taken a big step forward in what he's doing. So I think it's overall just putting those guys in position where they have the ability to show what their hard work that they've put in, how it can translate to our success.
What's most impressive for Omaha to you as a true freshman coming into the program?
I'd say the most impressive thing is what a joy he is to be around every day. I mean, yes, he's athletic. Yes, he's got a high motor. He plays hard. He competes. But to me, like, a lot of guys, and this is the thing that we'll see. I mean, obviously he's got this, these rankings and these expectations, being from the state, being ranked where he is, and I'd say that it's fun being around him because that doesn't impact him. He's humble, he's grateful, he's thankful to be here. He works his tail off every single day. So that's what I enjoy the most about Omaha, is that we don't change anything to fit him. In fact, he's working hard to make the necessary changes to fit here, which I think is really refreshing.